Jimmy Kimmel is telling people not to vote for him for an Emmy. He wants you to vote for Stephen Colbert. But folks, we're here to lay bare exactly why Kimmel might be saying so. And we have a feeling, perhaps, that it's not because he's just a kind and generous person. And if you'd like to go even deeper than that, what if we told you it now looks like Disney may be involved in, perhaps, sending awards to the competition? Jimmy Kimmel is back in the news, and not for a good reason. From Deadline by Peter White, Jimmy Kimmel throws Emmy support behind Stephen Colbert. I'm voting for Stephen. Now, this is going to be a bit of what I believe to be rigging the Emmys in a way that you typically don't see except outside of primaries and some of the political parties. Well, one in particular. It says, I'm voting for Stephen, reads the billboard. That's right. You see that billboard right there? Jimmy Kimmel apparently bought this billboard in Hollywood. It says, Emmy Award nominee, Outstanding Talk Series, I'm voting for Stefan. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Now, I'm going to explain why this is rigging the system in just a minute, but we'll get there. Hang tight. Surprisingly, this is Jimmy Kimmel's FYC message of support for his late-night peer, Stephen Colbert, whose late show was unceremoniously canceled by CBS days after he was nominated for an Emmy in the Outstanding Talk Series category, which proves once again that just doesn't matter. The tagline currently adorns one billboard in West Hollywood. Jimmy, come on, Jimmy. You bought one billboard? Jimmy, let's talk, Jimmy. I'm going to buy a billboard when Gina Carano gets her trial finally, and I'm putting beep, bop, boop on it. If I can afford a billboard, you can afford a dozen. Come on, Jimmy. Do this for us. It says, the tagline currently adorns one billboard in West Hollywood above a liquor store, which is about right for Jimmy Kimmel. But it's clear what the message is.
It's Kimmel, a very good liquor store, by the way. I've been there.
Oh, really? Which one is it?
It's, what is it, Turner's? I know where it is. I can recognize the other signs around it. But one little thing before you go further. Did he buy it or did the show? It's got the show logo on it. And
that's a great question. Well, okay, so we're going to go there in just a few. The question becomes, is Disney participating in this? Is Disney?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, we'll go there in just a minute. Kimmel, whose own Jimmy Kimmel Live show was also nominated in the category alongside The Daily Show, has a history of amusing Emmy campaigns. Earlier this year, Kimmel, as he was seeking the nomination, used the tagline, "What if I told you I was dying?" Oh, that's just hilarious. Oh, boy, I tell you, what fun. I'm sure all the people who actually do have a disease that is leading in that direction really love that joke. Other taglines have included, consider the considerate. For your, I'm not reading these. These are so unfunny and dull. I'm not trying to be mean. They just are. Colbert is now considered to be the favorite to win the Emmy in September. Let me say it again. Colbert, after Jimmy Kimmel just said, hey, don't vote for me. Don't vote for my show. Vote for this other guy. I'll put up a billboard saying, don't vote for me. Colbert is now considered the favorite to win the Emmy in September, with late-night sources believing that being canceled amidst your parent company potentially bowing to political pressure will be a draw for TV Academy voters. We're going to get to the Disney thing in just a minute, the Disney angle of this, Lou, but one of the things I'm interested in is whether or not this is self-serving to Jimmy Kimmel. Because if Colbert gets an Emmy, and he probably was going to get the Emmy already because of virtue signaling, if Jimmy Kimmel puts out a billboard like this, it makes it look like Jimmy Kimmel is the one who managed to get him the Emmy. And then that gets Jimmy Kimmel some points. It makes him seem like he's a real cultural icon. He's got some real sway. When in fact, it was probably already underway, and Jimmy Kimmel is just tagging on, grabbing the coattails of the Academy. Lou, does that sound about right to you? Jimmy Kimmel is chasing after some faux...
It's virtue signaling for him to remind everybody in case he gets canceled too. Hey, I'm the guy you're going to hire next because I was a good guy. Because he's likely on the chopping block as well. So,
yeah. I think besides, I don't think he gets another contract.
This is not exactly a widespread category, right? There's only a couple of choices.
Right. It's kind of like when The View is declared the number one daytime news talk show.
Exactly.
On network TV. And it's like, well, there's two of those. So good job.
Yeah. So, this is just, and it's look, I don't think he could use that logo if Disney wasn't approving of it, if not paying for it. Well,
we'll talk about it in just a minute. Ron, I want to get you in though first and just ask this question. Do you believe, as perhaps I'm leaning in this way, that Kimmel is doing this in a self-serving fashion? Because what it does is it also gives him some cachet, some sway, some gravitas. Because if he goes away, if Disney says no more of Kimmel, then at least he can say, well, they got rid of us, but we, me and my crew, me and Colbert, we're Emmy award-winning guys. I've been hosting the Oscars. The ratings were great. We were victims. We were victims of politicization. And I think that's the play here. What say you, Ron?
Sorry, I got a little bit distracted by the Kimmel picture of him smiling, and I couldn't help but think to myself, why is it that the creepiest looking guys have these jobs? Him and Colbert and Fallon. I don't know. They just don't. This does not look like your bunch. I mean, if you see, let me put it this way. If these guys were walking around a theme park by themselves, you would wonder what they were doing there. They just have the creep vibe about them, and I don't know what that is.
They all look kind of similar too, Ron. And the thing about it is, for all of the proselytizing and preaching they give us about how you gotta be diverse.
Yeah, did you ever see a more homogeneous group of white guys in one place? I tell you,
that makes me miss. What was it? What was his name? The late night show. Why can't I think of his name? Eddie Murphy's friend.
Yeah.
Wait, I hang on. It'll come to all of us in just a minute.
Arsenio.
Thank you, Lauren.
That's it.
The Arsenio Hall show. I was one of the late night shows I loved. Maybe it was the right age for me, but it was coming in.
No, he was good. He was.
It was such a fun show. He had great guests and all of that was fun. I don't know what the heck happened. The late night it's the whole genre of late night TV has just gone in the toilet. Yes, it's virtue signaling on his part, but I don't even know that. Does it even matter anymore? I mean, do any of these, look at these guys. I don't think there's a single one of them that holds any cultural relevance whatsoever anymore. And they're doing anything they can to try and remain relevant. Obviously, it throws up a billboard. It's virtue signaling. Hey, look at me. I'm the guy who wants to help save my buddy Steven. Whatever. I mean, it's such a joke. I think these guys are more worried about losing their reservation at the high-end Hollywood restaurants than just about anything else.
Well, but, the question to in a way tie into the previous and next story is WWJD. What would Johnny do? And their answer is don't.
Right.
Whatever
don't
Johnny would do,
don't
stuff. Do it.
That's right. Hey, Vash, as I'm looking at this, though, one thing that I'm thinking about is what's the aftermath of all of this? Like, all of this is going to go down, and what they're trying to do now is find ways to get many wins. They can't win with the audience. Their brands are damaged. They really have nowhere that they can go. I mean, Colbert has got some minor TV show that was already negotiated previously through a third party. But like, where's Kimmel going to go? They don't want him to host anything. They don't want him. His Who Wants to Be a Millionaire ratings are in the tank. I mean, they're just terrible. So Vash, I think this is them trying to find any kind of glory they can on the way out.
I would agree with that assessment right there. I don't think there's really a future for a lot of these late night hosts. Perhaps they get gigs elsewhere. Perhaps they get commercials. Perhaps they get maybe some deals down the road for minor parts when comparing it to like a late night show, right? That's a kind of ongoing series. But I think your assessment of just trying to get the accolades, get the fame, have fun in Hollywood while you still can, I think is what they're doing right now. And at least for Jimmy Kimmel, he's advocating for a position in which he, I think, recognizes that, hey, look, listen, there's no future anyway. Might as well go ahead and give it up to the orange man bad hater.
That's right. Lauren, Lou was bringing up the point. I'm going to go to you first on this, and then we'll come back to Lou. He was bringing up the point that that billboard, and Vash, if you could get that billboard set in your B-roll, we'll pull it up. That billboard features the official logos of the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Jimmy Kimmel Live is owned by Disney. This is a Disney thing. And so, if I'm Disney, I don't know what Bob Iger thinks about all of this. I got a feeling he wishes he could get out of this on The View too.
Ooh.
But
look closer. Lower right-hand corner.
Oh yeah, it's got the Hulu logo.
And ABC.
It's got to be a Disney thing. Lauren, why would Disney want to promote CBS right now as the what should be Emmy Award winner?
Birds of a feather flock together. They have a vested interest in trying to continue to provide a united front to try and make it appear that this is where the cultural mainstream is. It isn't, but they're fighting a holding action while trying to continue to hold on to it as long as they can.
Lou, you're the one who spotted this first, and I want to go back to you now. Lou, can you imagine if back in the 90s, other channels had said, you know what, let's nominate TGIF. Let's advertise for ABC TGIF. I mean, this is you've never seen anything like this where apparently ABC and Hulu, both owned by Disney, are now saying give the Emmy to somebody that we don't control.
Well, first of all, assuming he still has a show in May of next year when Colbert officially vaporizes, it's the competition. That's one less person to be watching somebody else. It's an appeal to Colbert's audience saying, when you're looking for a place to go, come to me. So in that sense, it's good for ABC and Disney. But I tell you, the net is we know that the ratings for all of these award shows keep going down, 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 down. So he may get a lot of attention from the 12 people that watch the Emmys that night. But that's not exactly a triumph of the will.
I got a feeling none of this is a triumph. I don't think that Colbert winning an Emmy does anything outside of the bubble. Anything. Am I wrong?
It's...
What are the benefits, Lou, of getting an Emmy? What does that do for somebody who's losing their job either way?
Well, what it does is that someday when they're citing him in the history of television, it goes on the resume, and the I got fired for being a money loser doesn't.
Do you think, okay, let's play. So when are the Emmys? Anybody know? Vash, look that up. Find out when the Emmys are.
None of us know tells you how insignificant they are.
Well, okay, so the reason I'm asking is...
Nobody's holding that night open from their bowling or their
Sunday, September 14, 2025, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay, so the reason I was asking that is, so Kimmel's contract ends next fall. So Kimmel still has the opportunity to be nominated for an Emmy and win it next year. So he's not losing anything, even if his show goes away. Okay,
yeah,
that's
but
what
next year, if he's not on the air at the same time, that makes it next to impossible. And they may all know he's not going to stick around that long.
Right. Well, it will be interesting to see. And folks, that's what we're watching right now. If you think Jimmy Kimmel...
If we had a way to get into the records of that billboard company, we'd want to know how long that's booked for.
We need to get Jonas on that. Jonas can investigate that. He's a professional investigator.
That's if it's there till September, that's different than if it's there for 2 weeks to get a headline and then gone, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Pretty sure there's a matter of public record as well, like Lou was saying, because you in order to purchase that space, you'd have to go to Outfront, I guess, who's actually providing that space right there. I actually had a friend who had a billboard in LA for quite some time. It was a very interesting thing there. I don't know if he wants to be necessarily mentioned right now, but
the trick is to find a location that's prominent enough to do what you want it to do, but not so prominent that other sponsors are standing in the wings waiting. Because just because you stop paying for it doesn't mean they run up there and take it down and make it blank. They just leave it till next time.
Well said.
Indeed.
All right, folks, that's where we'll leave it for now. But Jimmy Kimmel.
That number in the lower left, because that'll be the number of that particular billboard in there.
US 115E, it appears to me.
Yeah.
Folks, we'll keep an eye on it. But the fact that there's official Disney logo on that billboard has us saying what's going on. Is Disney behind the push for Stephen Colbert to get an Emmy?
Oh no, Lauren's gonna be sad again. He's texted me last night about how bad the Odyssey's gonna be. That guy needs a pick-me-up.
Ah, Lauren's feeling down in the dumps again, huh? Sounds like he's feeling forlorn. Nice setup, Floral.
Wilton, don't you have a bridge to haunt or something? Leave Lauren alone. He's not even here to deal with your nonsense.
Well, 'cause he's all alone. There's no one there beside him. I bet he's just lamenting about his boring life. You know, he probably needs WDW Pro to give him some good news. Like that Jonas was fired.
You're a pest, you know that? Lauren's fine. He's probably just, like, nervous or something. He's not sulking or anything.
Sulking? Oh, actually, he's probably just languishing. Picture it. Lorne staring at the movie screen. Lamenting that he has to be there. And then the film ends, and like a Christmas ornament that fell off a tree, he's shattered.
You're weird.
You know, I should troll the WDW Pro comments that Lauren's so down his... Wait a minute. Lauren's so down, he's practically Lawrencescape art.
Yeah, and I'd be thrilled if you'd leave and do that. For a few hours. Actually, it'll help Pro in the algorithm by you leaving comments, or noise, or whatever, on all of Pro's videos.
Noise? I am a maestro of mirth. Lauren's my new canvas. Like a mom folding laundry. Oh, that one sucked.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go check out the next TPP article and get launched into the stratosphere of information. Nobody wants to be lonely. Everybody hurts sometimes.